Welcome to Reviving the Local Spirit. I'm Elizabeth Roach. This is the show where we aim for revival in the land, stewardship of government, and provide information that informs citizens to action. Well, the Trump victory is now secure, and the presidential race and, well, all the races actually are done. And, we can look around and say, okay, what next? And with that, I was just listening to an interview with RFK Jr. He was describing changes he wants to make regarding our health or the health of Americans. And one of the things he mentioned was um, one of the most basic things would be getting fluoride out of the water. And that's where he wanted to start. And I wondered why he would want to start there. And he described that that would be the easiest, most effective thing to do with starting with that. And then he described what fluoride does. And I haven't really heard a lot about that. I knew that fluoride was toxic, but I didn't understand to what levels. He described it as it lowers IQ. It causes bone cancer. And then he said something interesting. He said that it affects the pineal gland in our brains. And that's the center that affects our spirituality. And I thought, well, isn't that interesting? I've often thought of other countries, how, Africans or East Asian countries, they have no problem with spirituality the way that the Western cultures do. The Western cultures always want to promote secularism and this scientific, dry, black and white way of looking at things as if there's no spiritual side to things, and we're just only going to look at science. But in other countries, they consider the spiritual aspects to almost everything. Your health, your employment, your family dynamics, they include all of that in their assessment of life, and maybe problem solving. They think, well, we've got all of the spiritual and physical sides to both things. RFK Jr. described that in the 1940s, they started putting fluoride in the water to protect your teeth. And we have fluoride in our toothpaste and mouthwash, but we didn't really understand to what levels it had an effect on our bodies and how toxic it is. And if it's true that it affects our spirituality, I was thinking, that would really dull our spiritual senses. And it makes sense that, if we take the fluoride out of our water, that would also aid in a revival. Now, I know that, we've got the spiritual side to us, but it also includes our physical side that prophets have been talking about, and church leaders have been talking about how seems to be a revival starting. But I think it will be a great increase when you have people who are more spiritually in tune, because they haven't had their physical senses dulled because of fluoride. And how much easier it will be for non-believers to grasp spiritual truths when their brains can comprehend it a little bit easier without it being dulled. I mean, it's almost like they've been dulled or drugged into secularism. And so I just wanted to share that point with you today. It was something that I've been thinking on, and I just wanted to get on here and share that with you. See you soon.